Hi, my name is Jeanine and I'm part of the conservatory team here at Lurvey Garden Center in Des Plaines. We've noticed that a lot of people that have been quarantined to home have taken a great interest in decorating their homes with indoor houseplants. Always great to have houseplants. They help the environment in your home and they always make you feel good. Green plants always make you feel happy. So today, I'm sure some of you are looking for projects. So we're going to help you do a small project of a dish garden, something to fill in a corner with a little bit of soft green that's got a dead space in your house. So when you're doing this, you need to plan ahead of time. So when you decide what you want, whether it be a succulent garden or a green plant garden, you need to decide on a container, then the plants you want to use, and the proper soil. So what I'm probably going to do for you today is an indoor green plant dish garden. We can do something small like the fairy gardens. We have plenty of plants like that that'll fill in something like this. Be creative. You can do all kinds of silly things with your plants and make them look fun. Or we can do a standard dish garden with a little bit bigger plants. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go find my container, my plants, and all the accessories I need to make a dish garden for you. Okay, now that I've got my plan in order, I picked my container and I went around and I looked and I picked out plants. What I made sure about with the plants that I picked was they are all pretty much alike as far as watering and their lighting. You don't want to be mixing something that needs no light at all with something that needs bright sun. So that takes a little bit of planning. And so far I've come up with a good idea. I've got a nice tall plant for the center. I'm going to actually make an all around so it's pretty from all sides. Taller plant in the middle, a couple of little shorter plants around. Add a little bit of color to it, a little bit of fun, then a little more color. And then there's always little holes to fill in, so you look for the smaller plants to fit in between your larger plants just so it looks nice and finished. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to prep the container. This container, as you can see, doesn't have drainage. Also have to make sure it has a liner so you can protect your furniture and anywhere you're putting the plant. This way you have no water dripping when you water your plant. Because there's no drainage, we're going to have to add some stone or some charcoal on the bottom to give it some drainage. Just a small layer on the bottom. And then on top of that, just to filter the soil so it doesn't go through, you're going to put a little thin layer of moss. It doesn't protect it totally, but it definitely lets there be some drainage in the bottom of your planter. So you can take any kind of moss. I'm going to use Spanish moss. It spreads, it'll fill in the gaps, and you just, like I said, filter a little bit so not all the soil goes down, because then it defeats your purpose of having a spot for drainage. All right, then you start to plant your plants. Make sure this is going to need general houseplant potting soil. You don't want outdoor soil, you want indoor houseplant soil. So we're going to get started and I'm going to plant this for you and we'll show you a finished project. Now we've planted up our plants that I picked out in the container I picked out, and all we have to do now is add our finishing touches. You can add some moss to cover the soil. You can throw in some pebbles or gravel. You can put in some decorative stones. Whatever you have around the house that you want to finish off your creation with. We can guide you through anything if you feel like coming in. We'll help you plant up a fairy garden if you'd like, or something like this, or we'll even help you with your big house plants, guiding you through how to take care of them in the winter, especially since the lighting and everything is a little bit different now that it's winter. And just feel free to visit us on social media and we can guide you through almost anything. Come visit us, enjoy your day, and thanks for joining us today.